Hello everyone, it's Noah again. I'm doing a video today on the Great Flood story involving Nanabusu. Now I'm going to be doing this story entirely from memory to make sure that it's like authentic and traditional and not just something I'm reading from the internet. So to start the story, basically I heard this story when I was 6 or 7, maybe, at my first powwow from an elder. They gathered a bunch of young people who were going to the powwow, and they were telling traditional stories. They were an elder, and this was one of the stories that they told. So basically, the lands and all the lands, people were mistreating each other, violence would erupt from trivial arguments from kinfolk, excuse me, and Creator, this saddened them very much, and they would constantly look down and see people mistreating each other all the time, and there was no respect for anyone. So Creator wanted a fresh slate. They wanted a new world where people would hopefully treat each other with respect and dignity. So Creator decided to flood the world, all with water. There was water every direction that you looked, and the animals would be swimming along the top, not knowing what to do. And Nenabusu was on a log chilling with two of his friends that were able to fit on the log. Rabbit, mouse, and deer was just barely had enough room, but deer was on there too. So they were drifting for who knows how long. And eventually they come across more animals, and they're talking. You can tell there's panic in their voices. They don't know what to do. Duck is there. She's with her ducklings, and she doesn't know what to do. She's like, I can sleep on water fully. Not an issue for me, but my ducklings, they're not that good at it yet. They need a dry place to sleep. They don't know what to do. So eventually, Nanabusu comes up with the idea. Nanabusu, in Ojibwe culture, he's a trickster, kind of god, I guess you could say. But he's a trickster who, in many of the stories that he's involved in, has a lesson in it, but that takes away from the story. To get back to the story, Nanabusu comes up with an idea, and the idea is he knows that there's earth still, there's mud at the bottom of all the water. So he tells all the animals, if we can get just a little bit of that mud, I can make land. So one by one, animals start taking dives down. Duck's husband goes first. Duck's like, I dive all the time for my food. I got this. So Duck dives down, holds his breath, takes a big breath before, and he dives down. So Duck goes. Everyone's holding their breath like Duck, not knowing if he's gonna come up. And eventually Duck comes up, but he has nothing. It's his lifeless body floating. And they're all super sad, but they focus on what needs to be done. They need to get land. So more animals take a dive. Eventually Beaver goes. Beaver's like, I got this. I mean, I hold my breath the whole time I'm making a dam until it comes up. So I got this. I can hold my breath for hours. Beaver goes. He swims. And Beaver gets nothing. Its lifeless body is the only thing that comes up. And tens of animals go to no avail, and eventually it falls on Muskrat. Muskrat is the next one to go, and everyone's laughing at her. It's a muskrat. It's like a discount beaver. No one thinks that Muskrat's going to be able to do it, but she takes a deep breath. And she dives down. She swims. And everyone's holding their breath like Muskrat, not knowing if she's going to come up, just like any of the other animals. And eventually, just like all the other ones, Muskrat's lifeless body comes up, floating. But unlike all the other animals, Muskrat's paw is clenched. And they open up her paw. It's a little ball of mud in the middle of it. She did it. She gave her life for all the other animals. All the other animals before her weren't able to do it, but she gave her life, just like all the others, to be able to give land to everyone else. So Nenabusu takes the mud, spreads it on Turtle's back, and it grows until there's land. And that land now is called Turtle Island.